What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. We got OBJ talk. We got the Rams. We got NFL talk, y'all. Matt Stafford, they must connect. We're going to get all into it. We're going to break down what we witnessed yesterday. It was crazy, So before we do that, I need everybody to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Okay, so let's not waste a whole lot of time, man. We had a crazy game last night. Tricky, what's the deal?
The deal last night was the defense. The defense for the Rams did not show up to play. They did not stop the run. I mean, you can put it on Stafford. He did have one bad interception first quarter. He was going for OBJ. And when I look at it, OBJ had 3 targets. He only had 1 catch, or 2 receptions, I should say, but for 18 yards. And I'm not going to put it on the offense. The defense was on the field all night. San Francisco methodically drove the ball down the field on them, killing clock. Stafford, actually, that game, he didn't do too bad, but if you overall look at it, the last 2 games he's had hasn't been good. I believe he's got 1 touchdown and 4 picks after being talked about and considered to be in the MVP discussion. Not a good game for the Rams. It's not a game you want to lose. It's against
Yeah, that wasn't a good look.
Division opponent. You're falling now behind a game back of Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, who are 8-2. Thank God they do got the bye week. That's going to be huge for them. I believe that will help hopefully heal that defense a little bit. But not only that, get Stafford and OBJ and this offense back on track as well. Because I'm not going to put it all on the defense. There's a lot on that offense that looked wrong last night, and there's no excuse for it. You can't be falling behind that early in the game and then running a fake field goal before the half instead of putting points on the board. You get nothing. It changed the whole narrative of the game, in my opinion. They were down 14 at the half.
I got a question for you, Tricky. What happened with Odell? Why he couldn't make a big time splash? Because I know he wanted to. You know Odell. He's box office. What happened?
Personally, I just think they don't want to put him. In my opinion, Sean Payton didn't want to put him in that situation to come out and everybody expect him to have a good game. He's basically letting the fans know, look, we know he's a star, we know he's in playing shape, but we're going to allow this guy some time. And they knew the bye week was coming up. We're going to give him some time, develop some chemistry, not only with Matt Stafford, but with that whole offense. He's got to learn his routes. It's a different system. But, it was nice to see him out there. It was nice to see Stafford actually throw to him. Because who knows? I mean, if he would have broke one big one, I still don't see him getting targeted more than 3 to 4 times, even if he had, say,
and you called that too, Tricky, right before the game. You was letting people know, hey, hold, pump the brakes.
I just think, you can't put a guy in a situation to fail, especially with all the backlash he was kind of getting with his dad speaking out. And the one thing I like about OBJ is, he has a little bit of a history, but he's been quiet of recently. He's been very professional. And he's not going to come out and speak out, but what he will say is, hey, I want the ball. He wants to be the number one, and that's a good thing for Stafford to have. And with Cooper Kupp he has 85 receptions this year. You think having OBJ will not help out Cooper Kupp? I mean, a lot of the workload is going on that boy, and it's taking a toll on his body. So to have OBJ in, take some of that pressure off Cooper Kupp, off of Robert Woods, off of Higbee. Stafford likes to throw the ball. We get it. But honestly, that game, they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't truly throw it. I mean, a lot of 3-and-outs, and I just hope they get better because you're looking at Green Bay sitting at 8-2, and you got to play Green Bay. Now you're talking about playing teams, and they're behind in their division right now with the 8-2 Cardinals. So now you're looking at missing out on a bye and then having potentially to go into the playoffs. And Stafford and OBJ, they got history being in the North. You got the Giants, you got the Lions. I mean, they can play in snow, but honestly, the Lions always played in a dome for Stafford. So you don't want to go up to Green Bay and have to play them in the playoffs in the second round, and it's snowing there and it's cold against Aaron Rodgers. You've got to get this win against them. That is huge.
You're right about that. How important is it for them to connect over the bye week headed into that game against the Packers, like you stating? I mean, because like I said, that's pivotal.
I think they will. I mean, you're looking at two guys that are veterans. I think they'll link up just like if you look at Tom Brady with Antonio Brown. I don't think it's going to take long, but to have this next 2 weeks for these guys to, go into practice, develop a little bit of chemistry, and another thing, he's got to familiarize himself with his teammates. I mean, I'm sure he knows a lot of them, but he doesn't know all of them, and personal relationships matter in your performance on the field. If you don't got a guy blocking for you or you don't got a guy doing this for you, it'll hurt your performance no matter what. And having a bye week, having 2 weeks off, but like I said, going to Green Bay, you don't want them to be 9-2 when you come out of it 7-4, because then you put yourself in a huge hole, and you're potentially looking at maybe you're a wild card team.
I got a question for you, Tricky, regarding the defense for the Rams, because yesterday the 49ers chose Deebo Sanders to run it down the middle just to gut the defense of the Rams. What the hell happened with the defense? Can we talk about that for a quick second? I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Deebo Samuel, yeah, he tore him apart. It wasn't just
Samuel,
him.
My bad.
It wasn't just him. It was that offensive line for the Niners made Aaron Donald and the Rams defensive line look small. They were pushing him off the ball.
You seen Kittle just knocked Von Miller on his ass. Did you see that?
That's another thing. 49ers, though, they're known to be a physical team. I mean, Kittle's a very physical tight end, and that's why he's had such a great career so far. He had huge catches that game, and I was seeing a lot of Jimmy G. He would go from the shotgun, and then he'd go under center. So it was like the Rams defense was on their heels all night. They didn't know if it was a play action, if it was a run, or even in the shotgun, they were handing the ball off doing screen passes. It was crazy to me. And they were trying to go outside of Aaron Donald, but when they didn't, they still were able to get 4 or 5 yard gains right up the gut. And to me, that can't happen. That's something Sean Payton and the Rams got to fix, because if that happens in Green Bay, one thing about Green Bay right now, the last couple of games, I know Aaron Rodgers was out because of COVID protocol, but he did come back and they won. But that defense in Green Bay is looking stale right now. Like, I think they're giving up 13 points a game the last 2 weeks. And the Chiefs were one of them. They lost 17-13, I believe.
Right. So okay, I mean, so what about, okay, well, keep going. My bad, Tricky.
No, I'm just saying basically what I was going to say was, I mean, so if Stafford and OBJ can develop that team chemistry, they can get that, like he knows to turn left or turn right, and Stafford's already got the ball there. That's going to be huge to open up the Rams running game, and hopefully the defense won't have to be on the field so long for the Rams.
So just like a conclusion, like what are you expecting from these guys? Like you said, there's no Robert Woods. He's gotten hurt. Odell was thought to be the third receiver. He's going to be kind of looked at as that number 2, correct?
I think Odell has to be the number 2, and then you got to look at Tyler Higbee at tight end being their 3. In conclusion, what I would say is, you got 2 veterans. You got Matthew Stafford, and you got OBJ. And these guys will figure it out. I believe they will. I'm not going to say it's going to happen up in Green Bay on the 28th, which is a huge televised game on Fox TV, and it is Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh Lord.
So OBJ, that might be what the team was looking for. That's the point, to have him to have a breakout game, not on Monday Night Football, but hey, on Thanksgiving weekend when everybody's at home, enjoying their families, watching football, that will be the time, because I believe it's 4:00. He's live. And I can see OBJ, though, this next game getting targeted at least 10 times. It won't be 3 times. It'll be a lot more.
Right. Okay. I mean, you're right about that, especially with this bye week, because they definitely gotta get acquainted with each other and just come into a new system. So, what about championship aspirations? Are they still live for the Rams? Because they seem to be determined to be that second team who hosting the Super Bowl to play in that Super Bowl. How are the chances looking for you before we get up out of here?
My opinion on that is it's kind of too early to tell, but I will tell you this. When Tom Brady came to the Bucs last year, I mean, a lot of people wanted Brady to win on the Bucs, and he had a hell of an offense. Stafford didn't have that at the start of the season, but getting OBJ, I'm not saying it was terrible, but I'm saying but adding OBJ is huge, because now he's got a go-to threat. I mean, you're going to have to put eyes on him. Cooper Kupp was more over the middle, slants. He wasn't necessarily the go-to threat, even though Stafford utilized him that way. My take is I want to see how they play Green Bay. I want to see how they're playing, with 3 to 4 games left to go in the season.
Mm-hmm.
But anything's possible. And if you're playing in LA and you're warm and you're at home and you're cozy, I mean, you can win a couple playoff games. And one thing about the Rams, though, if they are going to win, they got to get by NFC that is like scary good. You got Green Bay there, you got Dallas there, you got Tampa Bay there, and Arizona's up and coming.
Right.
It'll be tough.
We're going to get all into that on the next episode we got for the people. I just want to let everybody know to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're an NFL fan, you done stumbled and bumbled to the right place, okay? Hit that damn like button and subscribe to this channel. We will have Rams content. We're going to have a numerous amount of NFL teams, professional NFL. Who knows? We may dive into college. You understand? But for right now, we on NFL. Let me know some teams, some players you guys like, and we would definitely provide content for you right now. But we will be going to different teams, ladies and gentlemen. But this is our summary on the whole Odell, Matthew Stafford situation. The bye week is going to tell it all. We appreciate it, Tricky. We'll get back with you. We'll be bringing the content. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just want to back you up and say the exact same thing you said. Hit those likes, subscribe, hit that reminder bell. Salute the Flight Sports TV. Thank you for allowing me on once again tonight. I appreciate that. I love talking NFL. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. If I'm right, I'll always admit it. But bottom line is, if you disagree with me on something, put it in the chat. That way I can comment and maybe do my research a little better for you guys.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, Tricky. Let's get up out of here. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. See you later.